And look, it's a PWG save. And what is the most iconic part of PWG? That's right, it's the Battle of Los Angeles. Our Battle of Los Angeles. The brackets look like this. We have 3 nights, back to back to back. We have in the first round El Generico versus Chris Hero, Davey Richards and Jonathan Gresham facing off, Scorpio Sky facing off against Kevin Steen, Kyle O'Reilly takes on the debuting Johnny Gargano. We have one half of the tag team champions, Nick Jackson versus Paul London, a new signing, Rick Swan versus Adam Cole, Rocky Romero versus the other half of the tag team champions, Matt Jackson, and Roderick Strong taking on another debutant, Sami Callihan. Actually, I'm pretty sure Jonathan Gresham, who else? Gargano, Swan, Romero, Callihan, all debuting. So, with that out of the way, let's have the Battle of Los Angeles. Ignore that. In the first round, we have a 59, which is actually pretty good. El Generico beat Chris Hero with a 450 splash. El Generico did 57, that's why he's winning, I reckon he can go far in this tournament, who knows. Then we have Rick Swan taking on Adam Cole. Adam Cole gets the win with a Panama Sunrise. A 52 rated match is actually pretty good. Yes, so Adam Cole will go on to the quarterfinals on night 2. Matt Jackson defeated Rocky Romero in a 53 rated match after a worst case scenario. No idea what that means, but the Young Buck will be going on to the quarterfinals. And Roderick Strong loses to the debuting Sami Callihan after Sami hits him with a jobber clobber. Great debut from Sami. 54 was pretty good. 48 match was nice as well. Let's see what else we got. Davey Richards taking on Jonathan Gresham, where he destroys Jonathan Gresham basically with an alarm clock. 44, not the worst, but yeah, you definitely expect Davey Richards to win. And I know you're going to be thinking, in the last episode we had a fatal 4-way for the number 1 contender. That'll be on night 3. The match before the Battle of Los Angeles final will be the final. But basically, we're going to have the 4 quarterfinals on night 2, and the 2 semifinals and the final on night 3. So this way, to give a break between the semifinals winners, we're going to have Claudio versus Eddie Edwards. Who knows? Maybe Davey Richards will win, Eddie will win, and then we'll have a All-American Wolves World Title match. But before we know anything about it, we have Kevin Steen with a great match, defeating Scorpio Sky, a package powder. 59 is a pretty good rating, and Kevin Steen gets the dub. Then we have Kyle O'Reilly beating Johnny Gargano, just pinfall, it doesn't say. Kyle at 57, which is actually pretty good. Johnny did alright for his debut. Yeah, Kyle beat Johnny Gargano in 14 minutes. And in the main event, Nick Jackson beats Paul London with a 450 splash. Best match of the night. Great performance from both Young Bucks going into the quarterfinals. So yes, great match. And actually, all of Battle of Los Angeles is in the one video, in case you didn't know. So, 60. Don't mind a little jump cut till night 2. It's the quarterfinals. It's night 2. We have El Generico versus Davey Richards, Kevin Steen and Kyle O'Reilly, Nick Jackson, Adam Cole, and Matt Jackson, Sami Callihan. Oops. Let's see what we got. First up, Kevin Steen defeats Kyle O'Reilly with Pepper's Power Driver. Kevin Steen with a really good 67 rating. He gets a 56 rating match, which is pretty good. He moves on to the semifinals, where he faces the winner of tonight's main event between Davey Richards and El Generico. Nick Jackson gets the, I wouldn't say upset, but he gets the win over Adam Cole. 21-minute match, 450 sledge, a 43 rating. I thought it would have been better, but no psychology. It's basically the reason why it did so bad, but that's okay. We really need to do an announcer. The Dynasty beat the Kings of Wrestling. A shocked result when Joe Ryan pinned Chris Hero with a double underhook facebuster. And Joey Ryan was the worst wrestler in this, so that's a really big upset. After the match, though, as the Kings of Wrestling are walking up the ramp, Eddie Edwards, he jumps out of the crowd in a hoodie and simply beats the crap out of Claudio. Before Chris Hero can respond, Eddie dips and he leaves Claudio a mess on the ground with Chris Hero looking down at his friend. We have Candice LeRae beating Mercedes KV, who is Sasha Banks' favorite note, who doesn't know, just testing out. The women in PWG, never really a big thing. That's probably why they did it integrated. You never know, might just have Candice LeRae take on the Big Show or something down the line, who knows. We have Matt Jackson in a very bad match. A very, very bad match. But he beat Sammy Callahan. Okay. They have great... So they had like negative psychology then. Wow. Okay. So we have a Young Bucks semi-final. And a El Generico versus Kevin Steen semi-final. El Generico beat Davey Richards with a 59 rating. Davey Richards got the better rating, but telling a story. We're gonna have El Generico versus Kev on night 3. What we know so far, El Generico versus Kevin Steen and the Young Bucks versus each other in the 2 semi-finals. We have Claudio versus Eddie Edwards for the PWG title. We're going to have a TNA World title match. I know, big shocker. And the Boulder final. So, night 3 coming up. Night 3 begins now. First match, El Generico beats his rival Kevin Steen to go on to the final. El Generico with a 450 splash hits it to Kevin Steen. The two rival El Generico, after the match, he goes to shake Kevin Steen's hand. But Kevin Steen simply, he doesn't know what to do. He rolls out of the ring and walks up the ring. But yeah, we have El Generico beating Kevin Steen in a 60-rated match, and he goes on to face Matt Jackson in the Bowl final. Yeah, these two have horrendous psychology, which is why it's going to go to 42. But the ratings against each other was good. So yeah, Matt beat Nick with a worst case scenario, and then the two Young Bucks they hug it out. Nick congratulates Matt, and he wishes him the best of luck in tonight's final. Then we just have a tag match. Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole beat the Dynasty with a Panama Sunrise. A pretty good match, to be fair, actually. And then Claudio defends his world title against Eddie Edwards with a recall. Again, pretty good match. I don't know if you probably could have been higher. Really need a new announcer, but that's fine. The Stinger is in the ring. He gets a chance for about a good 7 minutes. Everyone's chanting TNA, TNA, Sting up, Sting up. You get the gist. Everyone's shocked that he's actually here. And he lays a challenge to anyone in the locker room. Anyone who thinks they're somebody. Anyone who wants a piece of him. Anyone in PWG who thinks they deserve this TNA World Championship. Paul London comes out. The former WWE man. Well, that's what he's been calling himself lately. The former WWE man versus the icon of WCW. The franchise. Obviously Sting wins. TNA would have killed me. A 68 is a very good match though. And Paul London outworked Sting. Oh my god. But yeah, it wouldn't let me put the TNA World title on the line because you can't do that. But just pretend that it was for the title. But yeah, Paul London outworked Sting. God damn. Sammy and El Generico combat. They're going back and forth, big move after big move, false count after false count. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, Nick Jackson, he's on the ring. He's trying to screw El Generico. He distracts the ref. Matt knocks him down with a chair. But Kevin Steen runs down and he takes out Nick, you know. He doesn't let Matt like get the sneaky pin. He throws the chair out of there. He makes sure it's a one-on-one fight. El Generico didn't notice because he's on the ground. Before El Generico can get up, Kevin Steen, you know, he runs through the crowd. Everyone's chanting, "Holy shit! Holy shit!" But as the match goes on, El Generico, he climbs to the top rope. Hits a 450 splash! El Generico wins the Battle of Los Angeles. The match is a 44. In my mind, it's a 83, based off storytelling. Kevin Steen evens the odds to help El Generico defeat Matt Jackson and win the Battle of Los Angeles. Bit of a longer episode, you know, had 3 shows in one, but I feel it made sense. Tell me how you feel about it. That's all, folks. Da 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 da.